Walter disappeared while on vacation 1,000 miles away from home. Many months later, his owners received a message they'll never forget. Imagine the heartache of losing a beloved pet and the joy of being reunited almost a year later. This is the story of Walter, a golden retriever described by his owner, Kate, as a scaredy dog. Kate and Curtis were visiting family in Missouri, over 1,000 miles from their home in New Hampshire, when Walter got frightened and ran away. Despite their best efforts, including making flyers and extending their stay, Walter remained missing. They even enlisted the help of Lost Paws Trapping, a non-profit dedicated to rescuing animals, but it seemed Walter had disappeared without a trace. As the months rolled on, there was no sign of Walter. Then, almost a year after he went missing, Kate received a message. She shared on Facebook, "I received a screenshot on Facebook Messenger of 2 pictures of a dog taken from far away in a field." It was very hard to make out, but there was something about the way he was standing. In my heart, I knew it was him, though I still didn't let myself get too excited, as I had so many times before, just to be let down. After doing some digging, they learned a business owner had spotted Walter on his security camera, saying that he'd seen the dog on it for 6 weeks. With the new information, volunteers decided to put out a feeding station and camera, hoping it would lure the dog in. The first night the camera was out, he didn't come. The second night, at 12:30 a.m. on Friday the 13th, he came. He came and ate and then left and came back and ate some more. He did this about 15 times, and it was 100% my baby boy. Kate, filled with hope, flew to St. Louis. Although Walter didn't show up the first night, he was seen the next night stealing a bowl and running off with it. This playful act reassured Kate that it was indeed her Walter. The moment Walter was trapped was charged with emotion. It was 13 days short of a year since his disappearance, and ironically, it was Friday the 13th. When Kate approached the trap, Walter recognized her, started whimpering, and everyone around couldn't help but cry. Despite being covered in fleas and smelling horrible, Walter was overjoyed to see Kate, jumping up and giving her kisses. The trip back home was an emotional one for both Kate and Walter. They met up with Curtis in Cleveland, Ohio, and Walter's excitement at seeing his dad was evident. He kept going back and forth between Kate and Curtis, as if to confirm to himself that both his parents were there with him. Back at their new house, a place Walter had never been before, he seemed to settle in as if he had always belonged there. Kate reflected on the entire experience, expressing her gratitude and relief that Walter was home and part of the family once again. Walter's story shows the resilience of animals and the determination of those who love them. Despite being lost and alone for nearly a year, Walter survived and was eventually reunited with his family. The efforts of Kate, Curtis, and the Lost Paws Trapping team were crucial in bringing Walter home. Kate wrote on Facebook, "Thank you to all of Walter's warriors so very much for all of your continued support, and to all of you who took time to help search, do stakeouts, went door to door, hung flyers, spread the good word of Walter, and most importantly, who never gave up on us. You have no idea what it has meant to us this past year, but we are eternally grateful."